welcome back to another video, and in this video I'll be showing you how to do my audio spectrum, my audio animations. So, the first thing you're going to need is Adobe After Effects. So let's open that up, wait for that to load. And now, one of the things you'd also need is your audio file ready-made, however you want it, bass boost or not, whatever you've ever done to it, or if you've just made it, or whatever. But I'm going to need that ready. Preferably make it quicker for you, have a image ready too, a background image. Alright, then let's get to it. So, first thing you're going to need to do is go to File, Import, get rid of this thing here, I'll just click on the X. So go File, as I said, Import File, go to Music, or wherever you've got your file, and find your music file. Let's see, where's my music file? I think that's the one, let me just check. Just these 5. Yeah, it's the one. I'm just gonna play it to check it, because I've got so many music files on here, all bass boosted. Let's keep them. Where'd it go? I keep forgetting. So just open this one. Let me check. Preview of what's coming up. There we go. Just a little preview of what's coming up. That's the one. Right. Now I've got your file. It'll be here. And I've imported it. You drag this to this little box here. Now before you do anything else, you need to go to the BPC, bits per second, and I always have it at 16. There we go. Yeah, okay. Once you've done that, you hit L twice on your track, on your music track. There we go. Now you've done that, you can right click anywhere around here, go new solid. I'm going to call it just Spectrum, now effects, there we go. Any colour, I'll do it at 1080p, so 1080 by 920. Lock the aspect ratio, 16 by 9. My comp size, here it is. And now you've got your new solid. Mine's a white solid, good enough for me. And you go to effects and presets down here. So you've got your audio, effects and presets, so you've got your preview, audio. Info is always good to know what's going on. Alien. But I've just said that wrong, oh well. Paragraph, tracker. But you want effects and presets. In effects and presets, you now want to search up audio spectrum. So you type in audio, and it will just come up. You want audio spectrum, not waveform. Now you've got that, you'll see this little section here. This is how you control the effects. So you want to go to audio layer, you want to select your track, and as you notice, if you drag this slider here, you'll have little bars here that move up and down, or in and out if you want to call it, to your music. See? And I normally find one and it says out, out as far as I can get it to go. There you go. And from there you want to go to, I set my start point to 0. an endpoint 960, which is where it takes up exactly half your screen. And then your second bit, your height to 150, 150, 150, 150. Like that. Path, none. Polar path, use polar path, nope. Start frequency, 1. That's what I always have it at. End frequency, 500. Frequency bands, I normally just drag that way out until my mouse is off the screen. There we go. Maximum height will come back to later. Audio duration, 45. There we go. Audio offset, 0. I might try the audio offset at negative like 0.1 or something. See if that helps at all. And you go from there. So you've done your audio offset thickness, I'll leave that 3. Softness, 0. Inside and outside colour, you can set that to whatever you want. So I thought I heard something outside for a second, then it's nothing that good. So inside and outside colour, you can set that to whatever you want. Blend overlapping colours, I presume that is. You don't. I have that unticked. Huge interpolation, if I've said that right. Interpretation or something like that. I can't even pronounce that word. But if you move your cursor around in circles, you see how it starts to go rainbow coloured, like mine. So if you leave that pink, that's how I have mine. But I don't just set that to a set colour. If you probably had noticed if you look carefully at my videos. I'll leave it as that for now. What you want to do is go back to your track, right click, and go keyframe systems, convert to audio keyframes. Analyzing audio right now, you'll see how you have another option called audio amplitude. If you hit U on that, you can see all your channels. You don't want your left, you don't want your right, you want both, which is mono. As you can see, if you move your slider along, the numbers across here are changing. That's your keyframes. So your amplitude. Now that is going to play a big part in a second, and a big part throughout most of the effects. Let's go back to our effects, press Alt on the stopwatch thing here, and click it. As you can see here, down here, got this thing here said Effects Audio Spectrum brackets 17 blah 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 blah. What you want to do is type in 20 star, which is 20 times, and wick pick with this little icon here up to your slider like that. So that is 20 times the audio amplitude, which is a higher number when you hit your bass notes. Just to simplify it out for you. So when you have bass notes, go to graph form for you. See, that's basically where all your bass is, like 70, 60. You should be getting the point by now. If you don't, do leave a comment. I'll reply to help you out. As you can see, you've got your bass notes. So now that is controlling our rainbow effect. Basically, huge. And that kicks in with your bass notes too. That affects to your audio anything below 500 Hz. Now we've done that, we find a good bass, a good bit of bass here where your bit here is as big as it will go. think it's just around here. There we go. Hang on a sec. Yeah, someone outside. It's just around here. Now you go back to our maximum height and drag that out just so till the bottom one is around there. Around 3/4 done screen. Bit more than that really. But you get the point. Now you've done that, you want dynamic hue phase, colour symmetry. You want them both ticked. Display options, digital. Don't want analog lines or analog dots. And side A and B is just which half you want. We want side B. See, analog lines is a line and digital is what we're using. Duration, averaging, nope. Focus on original, nope. See, that changes it. Yeah, just a bit. And you don't want your white background. Softness 0. We told you that already. Yeah. Now you go back to your audio effects here, and you press Control D to duplicate it. Now you've got 2. On your second one, or pick one, you press Alt on your stopwatch again. Set that back to 0. There we go. Then on the outside colour, you go with a nice bright yellow for my logo. And on the inside colour, you want dark black. So it's will now look like that. Then go to display options, analog line, thickness 10. Now it's starting to look somewhat like my effects is about to take shape. Then go back to effects and presets and type in glow. Drag that here, you want your stock settings. I'll leave it at stock for now. Now you have, it's looking better now. Now you've got that, you simply duplicate both your effects again. So you go Control D on both of them. Now you don't want to click away for this bit. And you right click, go transform, flip horizontal. That's why you want it to end at the middle of your screen. And the reason why you want this higher up on your screen, therefore these can come out further without clipping in the middle of your screen. Because when we make this round, you'll see that when these would normally be out here, you would find that they just be coming off the screen, you wouldn't be able to see it. And now we've got that. So now what you want to do is do Alt like that, just press Alt, then press and hold your mouse button at the same time, drag it all up, right click, pre-compose, you're going to type in, I don't know, gibberish, there, numbers, and that, and just change it to one file, much simpler. We go back to effects and presets, and you type in polar. You want polar coordinates. Drag that down here. When you've got your polar coordinates here, you want interpolation, if I'm saying that right, 100. React to polar. Go. Then what you do, you can see it's turned. You can see how it's made it round. like my logo. So what you do, you zoom out, find your edge, and you zoom it out to press Control and Alt at the same time, and you just zoom it out to as far as you want. Just press Control, Alt, zoom out as far as you want. Let go of your mouse before you let go of Control and Alt, by the way. Mistake I literally just made. Now if you set your time to 0 or to the end, it should be completely round. No effects. Now that is the perfect time just to get to the right size you roughly want and grab your logo. Go to Import, File, grab your logo. Like that, it'll be here. Drag that down there. Mine's in 4K Revolution logo, so need to zoom it down to the correct size, scale it down a lot, and because it's underneath your animation file here, it's like you see here, your animation actually overlaps your logo, which is what we want. So now you get your logo to the perfect size where it looks like you haven't got any animation effects on it at all. There's nothing. It looks like the stock logo exactly how you imported it. But then when you do your slider and you get some music, you're like, oh, but it looks like your music, it looks like your logo is stretching out. Bunny ears, little arms, sort of thing. Looks like your logo is stretching out basically. And it's glowing different colours. If you look carefully, your different colours will be changing slightly to your base. But now you need to do a magnify, where your logo zooms in and out to the base yet again. By the way, if you're not getting your effects to work quite like mine, it's because I'm using it because my music file is already bass boosted how I have it, where the low end frequencies are. I've got a lot more bass boost than the rest. So now you want to add your magnify effect. So you press Alt, drag and press your mouse button, highlight both of them, pre-compose again, pre-comp one, that's good enough for me. There we go. So now you've got one file there again. You go back to effects and presets and you type in magnify. Now you don't want the magnify under tracking, you don't want that. You do not want that one. No good. Get rid of that. What you want is distort magnify. And trust me, there's a lot of people who get that wrong. Like me, for example, I've got that wrong several times. So you drag that down to your file here, and you'll notice that your logo seems to look a bit messed up. That's okay. How it's supposed to be. So you leave your shape, circle, mainly because your animation is a circle. Then you go to magnification. That looks like it's messing up your logo even more, but it's not. If you make that, I normally make that to a pretty darn massive number. Then you go to size. You leave it all unlinked. Don't do any of that. Link none. Size, you want to increase that. Increase that a fair bit. Until just keep increasing that. Just like that. Increase it till your whole screen is covered by a very zoomed in logo. Feather, I leave it as 0. Opacity, 100%. Because if you get rid of it, that's what happens. 100%. Scaling, standard, not soft, not scatter. Because it makes it. Because it will then make. Because if you do either of those two, soft or scatter, it makes your logo look blurry. Blending mode, 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. set that to none, and then your logo will disappear. Resize the layer to preserve its quality. Now you've done that, you go back and come down here, go to pre-comp 1, then your other pre-composer number, copy your audio amplitude, go back to where you just was, and you paste it. It's Control C to copy and Control V to paste, if you're wondering, if you didn't know. Now you've got your audio amplitude, go to magnification, you press U on your audio amplitude, and you go to magnification, you press Alt on the stopwatch and press it. When you type in 100 plus 100 plus, you pick Wick to your slider. So 100 plus whatever your amplitude is. Then once you click away, decrease size of your logo, and you move your slider, your time slider, and your logo goes small, then goes big big when you get bass. Goes big when you get, come on. When it goes bigger when you get bass. Right, now I've done your logo, your main effects. Now we want to do our secondary effects, which is the particles in the background. So you go down here, right click, new solid, and I'm going to make it particles. Probably spell that wrong, but I don't care. Go OK. Now, if you want your particles to be one colour, the colour you select, so when you go new solid, you select your colour down here, see like that, will be the colour of your particles. But if you want more than one colour of particles like me, go to Effects and Presets, and you want to type in 4 colour gradients. You want the 4 colour gradients, add that to your particles. You have 4 different colours on your screen. Doesn't matter where they are, it all reacts evenly on your screen. Unless you've got no other colours on the edge. Unless it's like transparent on the edge. And you pick your colours, which I think I'm going to go with black and yellow, black and yellow. Black, yellow, red maybe? Black, yellow, red seems quite good. Let's make a bit of a brighter blue. There we go. So now those are colours I'm going to be going with. Go back to Effects and Presets, and you want to type in CC Starburst. You drag that there. Then you want to type in Glow. You drag Glow down there twice. On the second one, on the second effects, you want to increase the intensity a bit and increase the radius. And glow threshold, I'll set that to 50. Sometimes. On both of them. There we go. So I've got a variety of blobs. Then we go back to CC Starburst. Close the other tabs. Scatter, I have it at 100. Speed, 0. Phase, we'll come back to that in a minute. Grid spacing, I have at 4. Size, I have at 100. Blend with original, you want that at 0. Because if you go to 100%, yeah, doesn't look good. Then you press U on your audio amplitude, so come back to here, press U. Back to your particles. You press Alt. This is where the phase comes in, because the phase is what controls what your particles are doing to your music. Well, that's how I do it anyway. So you press Alt on your phase, and you click on stopwatch. When I type in 400 space plus 20 star, which is times, when you pick click to wherever your amplitude slider is. Then that is the starting point of minus 400 plus 20 times whatever your amplitude is. So it should be going below 0 and above 0 quite a bit to make your particles go in and out, like forwards and backwards, however you want to say it. Like that, you see. When I move my slider. Let's see if I can slowly show you a preview. It's never worked for me before. Nope, then I do it. Press and hold. Nope. Oh well. Probably requires to render it out or something. Now we've got our particles. Now that looks like all of our effects done, but nope. We've now get an image off the internet. I've got this image, and to find the images I use 4K images. So I just search from Google 4K images, go to images, and anything with a 380 by, well, with anything that's got above 3000 pixels in one dimension is what I'll use. Let's go back to your effects. Now once you've saved your picture, which is this one, I've saved that, ready. You should know how to save, just go save picture as and wherever. If you don't worry. Now you go to File, Import File, mine's in Backgrounds, and you find your file, wherever that is. Set it to all files, maybe it's not. There it is. 4K. Does not support. It does, because all my other files are 4K. Let's try that again. Import file. See? It does support PNG. It's just being press caps lock, so there we go. And now you'll notice that your 1080p, your 1080 by 920 pixel area, which is HD, is a lot smaller than your image you imported. The reason why that is because we want to add our effects to the image and scale it down to preserve the quality, to have good quality when it's in the video. So yes, there is effects on video, by the way. So on our image, you go to effects and presets and you type in bright. And you want bloom bright. You drag that down to your 4K image and you get rid of fast blur. So you just click away there. Then you click on fast blur and you delete it. That'll remove any blurriness. Done that. And we go to animation presets. Don't want any of that. Unless you're trying to save it. Unless you want to save it. Now presets. And input channel. RGBA. Invert input. You don't want that, because I'll just make image look like, well, that. And second layer source. Want to select the same image, same RGBA. Second layer, opacity, we'll come back to that. Don't invert second layer. Stretch second layer too. Want to tick that and add. Want to make sure this is add, not copy, not normal. Add. And reserve transparency. Depends if you've got any transparency in your image or not. This one hasn't, so I'm not going to go preserve it. Click on your amplitude, hit U again. Then go back to your second layer opacity. Alt. Then down here, Pickwick up to here. Now your image will get bright. I didn't tell you what that does, did you? Well, that just controls the brightness of your image, basically. And now your image gets dim and bright to your music. So now you've done that, you bring your downscale your image to the scale you want it, like that. Perfect. Control and Shift to do that. And there you have it. Your video. Well, not quite. Still a few things to sort out. But you've basically got the video there. All the animations, all the hard work. Now, what you simply do is drag your particles to be above your 4K image. Your pre-comp to be above that. Your audio amplitude below that. Like that. And now, you have your video complete 100%. So now what we'll do is render that out, and it should be pretty epic. So, if you like this video, like it. If you've got any questions, leave a comment, and be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.